Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I decided to do another Plan Wit Me video, which I haven't done in a while, but I thought I would just do it. So for this month, I decided to do a butterfly theme, which is something that I wanted to do for a long time, but I don't know, I was always too lazy to do it, because I wanted to make the butterflies really realistic and detailed. And so I drew all of these butterflies with my colored pencils. So I used the Faber-Castell polychromos, which, yeah, I always use those. And so right now I'm drawing a swallowtail butterfly, which is one of my favorite butterflies. I think they're really, really beautiful. Yeah, so for the cover page, I just wanted to make a bunch of butterflies as if they're on a display. You know, sometimes when you visit a museum or something, they have like a whole display of butterflies. I wanted to make it look a little bit like that. But then in drawings, of course, no actual butterflies were harmed in the making of this video. But yeah, so basically I just drew out the shape of the wings first, and then I just decided to color them in one by one. And I don't know, butterflies always look really complicated, but then when you start drawing them, it's not that bad in my opinion. I feel like that once you've drawn a butterfly a few times, you'll understand that the little shapes in the wings aren't really that complicated. It's basically just a repeated pattern of, I don't know, are they veins or something? I'm not sure, but there's like a pattern like this in almost every wing of every butterfly. I mean, each butterfly is unique, of course, but in general, you'll recognize some patterns are the same, so then it becomes kind of easy to draw. And to be honest, if you just make a bunch of lines, it'll also look pretty good, so yeah. So now I am writing out the title, so I'm just writing out the first 3 letters of August in the middle with my Tombow dual brush pen, just with the fine nib. It's just a very simple title, but I just didn't want to make it too fancy with all the intricate butterflies around it. So now I'm drawing a, what's it called, a peacock butterfly, which is also one of my favorites. I think they're really, really pretty. So again, I'm just drawing out the basic outline of the wings and the body, and then I'm just coloring it in. I don't know, there's not much I can say about how I do this, to be honest. You'll just have to watch and observe. So I tried to look up the name of this butterfly, but I, for some reason, couldn't find it anymore. So I don't know, actually it's a moth now that I'm looking at it, but I don't know what it's called. It's just a white moth with some black spots and a red body. I think moths are really cool animals as well. I don't know, they just... When I think of moths, I think of like nighttime and dreamy stuff, and I don't know, butterflies, it's more like happy sunshine days or something. I also don't really know what the difference is between a moth and a butterfly per se. And this butterfly, I also don't know the name of. I tried to find it, but I don't know, I couldn't. But this one, I hate this one. It's really ugly and wonky, and I just don't like it. But yeah, it's okay. Sometimes you have a few bad drawings. And then this big butterfly is the, let's see, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Pleiades, blue morpho. It's a big ass blue butterfly, and it's beautiful. Or should I say, beautiful? No. So I think I made this one a little bit messy, but I guess I was just getting a little bit tired of drawing butterflies, and I had yet to fill up an entire page. So after this one, I will draw another pretty big butterfly, or a moth actually, to fill up the page, but I kind of regret it because now on the left page there are like, 4, or later on you'll see that will draw 5 butterflies, but on the right side there are only 2, so it's a little like out of balance, and I don't like that. So I wish that I had just drawn a few more smaller butterflies, on this side of the page. So this is the Luna moth, which is so beautiful. I mean, I can't believe these actually exist. They kind of look like they're not real. They're so pretty. They are just this beautiful green color. I kind of wish I added a little bit more details, but the reference picture I used only showed, some green and a bit of brown and white. But in other pictures that I looked up, I saw shades of blue as well, which honestly looked a lot prettier. Yeah, it is what it is. So for the last moth that I drew the, let me just check, the death head hawk moth, which is such a cool animal. So on its body you can see like sort of the shape of a skull, which is why it's called the death head hawk moth. I think that's really cool. You will also see it in the Silence of the Lambs in that movie. Yeah, I think it's a really cool looking moth. So that's it for the cover page, which took a pretty long time. But now let's continue with the monthly layout. What's it called? Monthly overview, calendar, something. I just was too lazy to grab a ruler, so I just did it freehand, and I think it looks pretty good. So I just want to keep this pretty simple and only do one page monthly layout, because I don't really use it that much, the calendar. I just write like a few important dates, and it's just nice to have an overview of the month, but I really don't need to have that on 2 pages. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just putting in some dots of color with the colored pencils. And now I'm drawing a very pretty butterfly, which I forgot to look up, so I don't know what it's called, but it's very pretty. Yeah, that's it. I don't have that much to say about it. I think this lilac color worked perfectly for the wings. Yeah, so unfortunately my battery died for my camera, and I forgot to charge the other ones, or they didn't work or something, I don't know. So I had to wait for that, and I was impatient, so I just took my phone and recorded yeah, some of the video, not the whole video, don't worry, the camera will come back. So yeah, sorry for the decreased quality. Here I was literally just holding the camera on my phone, and here I decided to put it on a tripod. But I don't know, it was just a little bit crooked, and it's on autofocus, so it keeps focusing on my hair, which is so annoying. So I had to cut out quite a bit, otherwise you'll just see my hair in the screen, which is just not very fun to look at. But yeah, so next page, this is gonna be my mood tracker, and I just decided to make a bunch of butterflies and then color in the wings according to my mood. And I think it's a really cool idea. I do want to try to make, to not just color in the whole wing, but implement some of those like veins and patterns that you see normally in butterflies' wings. Because otherwise I think it'll look a little bit, I don't know, color book, kindergarten-ish, which is not the vibe I'm going for. I mean, I spent such a long time drawing the butterflies on the cover page, so I feel like I should also spend some time drawing these butterflies pretty as well. Like some of them I used a reference for, and others not so much. Yeah, I still think it looks good. I'm just really curious what they will look like once they're colored in. I hope I will do a good job with that. Yeah, so it was a bit annoying, but I had one wing too many, because it's 31 days, so I couldn't do it any other way. So there's one wing left, so maybe I'll just color that in a random color, I don't know. We'll see at the end of the month. And then for, what is this? My expense tracker? Yeah. I just always make this the same. Yeah, I don't know why I would change it. It works perfectly for me, so it's just a very simple box with a section for the description, the date, and then expenses and how much money I receive. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and then I had these very beautiful stickers. I'll link the orders in the description. So yeah, I had 3 stickers left, and I just decided to put them in there. Here I got my camera back finally, so let's continue with the weekly layouts. And then my cat decided to steal the show because she always needs all of the attention. She's literally sitting next to me as I'm saying this. But once I got that figured out, I decided to make the weekly spreads. So for this month, I just decided to do 1-page weekly spreads. I don't know, I just don't really need that much space. And so I just made a bunch of boxes. Oh, here she is again. A bunch of boxes in different colors that I think sort of go together. It was a bit of a strange mix of colors, but I do like how it looks. And then I use my stamps to make the date of the week, which I always do in Dutch because, I don't know, English, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, another butterfly to fill up the empty space in the left corner. I, again, don't know what butterfly this is because I forgot to look it up. So I'm sorry about that. But it was a really pretty butterfly. And I thought it would look nice with the sort of pinkish tones from the daily boxes, because this butterfly is sort of greenish. And then, what a surprise, another butterfly. A really, really pretty one. Hold on, maybe I can look up the name of this one, because I actually do want to know what it's called. Okay, no, I literally cannot find it. I can find pictures of it on Pinterest, but not the actual name. It's annoying. Anyway, it's a very pretty green butterfly. Let's just name him George. I think that's a suitable name for him or her. I don't know. Alright, for the last 2 pages, my 2 last weekly spreads, and for this one I decided to do a green color scheme and then with like pink butterflies. I don't like this one as much. For some reason the green just, I don't know, it just looks a little bit off. Yeah, it's okay, not everything can be perfect. It's not bad, it's just not what I had in mind. So this butterfly, I don't think it actually exists. I don't think, yeah, I do think pink butterflies exist, just not this one. I think it's originally just a white butterfly that somebody colored pink in like Photoshop or something. It's okay, I still think it looks pretty cute. It's just a little bit small, I wish I had made it bigger. And this one again is a mauve. It's not really pink, it's more like pink with some orange. So I don't know, I feel like I should have chosen a different mauve or butterfly to go better with the rest of the colors. But I do think this is a very pretty mauve, so I don't know, I don't regret it or something. Drawing these wings was really difficult because it's, instead of doing black on white, it was like white on black. So I had to color around the veins. Again, I'm not sure if they actually are veins, but I don't know what else to call them. So that was a little bit complicated. But I do think it looks good in the end. Anyway, here's the final flip through. I'm really happy with it. I really like all of the butterflies and the colors that I chose. It makes me really happy. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you in one of my next videos. So bye!